I'm going to record it to the computer because last time we had stuff that I had to cut out.
Oh, not from any of us for once.
No, it wasn't for us, actually. It's for the two naughty boys that currently aren't on here at the minute, but I'm expecting them at any time.
What do you want to do? You want to
Oh,
look?
who we got? We got a guest.
Is it a dog or is it a child?
It's my young guest.
Very
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone shy.
Shy.
I bet she's not been shy all day.
Don't be shy of us. It's Jack's hair.
Is it my hair and my moustache? I look a bit German. That's what people say. Don't give me that shit.
Where's that Tash?
I love the fact that Emily's gone, you need a haircut, but only on the 2 inches at the side of your head. The rest,
like 6 inches in the middle.
Just leave it. Have
I told you. First,
Jack?
no, this is just natural. Only sweat. I've just been for a run.
That you're going to need a lot of product if you're going to grow that and keep it upright.
Graham Roberts joining.
Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking a lot.
Hey.
So my rules are: I'm not going to cut it until the first race of the season. So start line, the hair is going to be up here.
2021. Here we go.
I love it. I love it if they postpone it to like Austria.
The best thing is when I put my Spartan headband on, because it all just goes up. So I do generally look like a shit Ryan Atkins.
Graham, look at the sides of Jack's hair. Take your headphone
he just looks like Chief Quimby still, you know. That's all he looks like.
Oh, Jack, what's that bit on the side?
You're like a
He's cut the sides. He's cut the sides. Look at him.
Oh my life! You've really shaved that, haven't you?
I haven't done it. Emily did it.
Is it straight,
mate? Luke, right? Who cuts your hair, Luke?
I
am. I'm growing it. I'm growing the tash as well.
Mine just gets zeroed all over by the missus.
See, this is the thing. I do my own. If you're zeroing it, it is possible to do it yourself.
You do your own. Yeah. That's a joke of the year. That is. You do your own. Nothing grows.
Oh my god.
Mate. Oh mate, look, my hair's blonder than yours. Okay. Yours is ginger.
Oh, there he goes.
Hannah, who do you think's got it worse? Us as girls who just lose all their shape and everything, or the boys?
Oh, that's a good question.
Oof. Getting on some serious topics already.
Yeah. Is this being recorded? It is being recorded as well.
Yeah. Mine's just shoved up in ponytails nowadays because I can't.
I'm just losing ponytail.
We're only putting out classic content, Graham.
Well, I'm making it's food content tonight. Pineapple fried rice.
Oh, nice!
Pineapple fried rice.
Well, I think this is a very important topic for quarantine
cuts.
I'm eating crisps because I was, as a rule, right? So basically, I was going from a run, an hour long. She said, on the way home, can you get the shopping? I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can jog home from the shops. So in my little pouch that I wear with my phone and stuff for the music, took the cards, went for shopping. Obviously, she said Jack shopping, so I'm always going to get something good for me. So I really always fancy like salty crisps. I don't know what it is, but I think it's a salt, but ready salty crisps. So that's what I bought back from the shopping. And funny enough, I actually carried the shopping back like on my shoulder, like a sandbag. And I'm pretty sure half of Bramford thought that I'd stolen it off an old lady. But I thought, screw it, it's good training. But now I'm eating the crisps and they're good. They are nice.
I always want
extra
vegetable crisps after a race, like mixed vegetable crisps, like sweet potato.
This is the thing. This is a question we can ask in a minute. But the Ella crisps that they have at Spartan, everyone knocks them. I actually quite like them. See, look at that.
Okay, but I prefer just straight up.
You like Ella's balls after a race? Is that what you're saying?
I love Ella's balls.
Right, okay.
They're more pre-race, Graham.
More pre-race. So, okay, then best post-race snack, gift, food you've ever had. So when you go through that tent.
Oh, not in the tent.
No, at the tent.
Not in the tent.
Where? What?
The Optimum Nutrition whipped bites. They were the best thing they had.
They were pretty good. They were pretty good.
Snickers protein.
Yeah, they were nice.
I'm not just talking Spartan. I'm talking all races. Like, what's the best post-race?
All races.
Each marathon.
Some of your ultras, you must have some awesome food in there.
Mate, I tell you something. I have a standard go-to post-rail meal. It's so standard that it is pre-planned before I go to the race to find out where the nearest location is.
Yeah.
It's a trip to the Golden Arches. It's a 5 chicken select meal with a large Coke or strawberry milkshake. and a cheeseburger on the side. And then if I'm feeling particularly peckish, I'll throw a McFlurry in as well.
Oh,
Depends what temperature is.
You know, but
Mint
if you're doing long
matchmaker.
endurance stuff, you know, mint
Mint
matchmaker.
matchmaker
What a
McFlurry.
shout!
Oh,
What a
no,
shout.
favourite McFlurry. I know we've just changed subject completely, but favourite McFlurry flavour.
Cream egg or mint matchmaker?
Which one?
Cream egg or mint matchmaker?
cream egg's good.
Gotta be cream.
Did they do a Yorkie
Crunchy.
one?
Crunchy, yes, they did.
Crunchy, and Yorkie. If they did a Yorkie one.
Yeah.
But I'm a bounty man. I love my coconut, so if they had anything bounty, I'm there. I'm all over
I've got a coconut mocha right now.
Jack loves coconuts. He
Yeah.
loves Ella's balls.
What is going here?
Mackerel.
Are you hoping that Spartan bring a jugs-based obstacle to next year's race?
That'd be epic, mate. Yeah. Ball pace. I actually Ironman, and I think they probably still do this. When you finish Ironman, they take you through to like the tent where you just go and die.
Roll you over.
And normally the whole side of a tent is just like spread of like pizzas, anything you can think of is there. Do you know what I mean? And I remember finishing the Ironman and going, do you know what? I actually can't eat. Like for about an hour, I just could not get anything down me. And then the next morning, oh, that breakfast was demolished. I think I sat in breakfast room for about 5 hours, honestly, just saying, keep bringing me breakfast, keep bringing me breakfast. Because you burn that many calories, you can.
Jack, you know you sent me that link to Beachy Head, and I was like, if only it wasn't championship season. That for a marathon is the best. Not just the stuff that I've always gone on about around, but then you go and queue up, and you get. It sounds really plain and boring, but when you've just done that, sausages, jacket potato with baked beans and cheese. It's for free.
Ooh.
Like
Ooh,
jacket potato and
nice.
baked beans tends to be quite a common one, doesn't it? Because of carbs and protein.
A nice proper like old school canteen dinner lady sausages. God knows what the meat content is, but do you care at that point?
Having said that, that place in Morzine, Luke, that we saw, was it Morzine or Dolomites? Both places where we had pizza.
Yeah.
Was it no Morzine? We did the interview, didn't we? And had that like meal after.
Yeah, Morzine, we went into the bar, watched the football, and had pizza.
So, yeah, and in Italy, me and Natasha had pizza, didn't we?
And we were so disappointed because we were like, this is going to be the best pizza of our life.
Yeah.
Because it's Italy, and it was awful.
And then we had pizza in Tahoe.
Oh, that was really good.
Fireside. It's the
That was
greatest
really
pizza
good.
in town.
Yeah.
We
Fireside.
obviously have no taste. We don't like the proper stuff. We like the crappy
The American
version.
Fake Yankee version.
Nick.
Fireside
This
is
is like a food
Fireside is the
podcast.
bomb, though. Fireside is the absolute bomb of pizza. When
We
you're
have the
doing
pizza
that
tonight.
there. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Homemade pizza.
You seem to be doing loads to help with that, Jack.
Emily does all the cooking by the looks of it.
Do you know
She's
what?
always cooking bread.
So, all right. So, here's a little story. My previous life, my previous wife as well, I suppose I could say, I did all the cooking. I loved cooking, enjoyed all that sort of stuff. When I met Emily, there was one rule. Well, there was about 5 rules, but the first rule was the first rule is we've got to get married, and the second rule is I'm always cooking, and that was just the rules. So,
To be fair, she's a good cook.
she's
So
a good cook, but I actually do miss cooking. I actually quite enjoy cooking, but
I did all the cooking in Greece.
yeah, you did. Yeah, it's never bought my food's. Yeah, no, I like basic stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it sounds silly, but we eat a lot of sort of like not basic, but I like. What's wrong with meat and veg?
Grass.
What's wrong with meat and veg?
I love grass.
It was so funny in Greece. We turned up, we stopped at a shop and we got loads and loads of food because you want your own stuff. And then we walked in and she was like, yeah, there isn't an oven or a microwave, or we literally had one hob. That was it. So we were
Nice.
like, Jack, was it you, Jack, or Jesse was trying to cook a pizza on the hob?
That
No.
wasn't me. That's Jesse all over.
That's got Jesse written all
It
over
was-
it.
Is that right?
He's there with his lighter underneath the pizza, like, it's browning off. Well done, Jesse. You're not even on here, but you're an idiot.
Hero moment. Hero moment.
Bless him. Oh.
Shout out to Jesse Betts, Spartans protein member with no races to protein in this year.
With his matching shorts to his headbands.
Oh, that's just next level. So, well, I tell you, the interesting debate for me that's going on across social media this week is who has the better High Rocks equipped gym, Jesse Betts or George Edwards?
I think right now, Hannah.
Really, Hannah? What have you got going on?
Hannah, show Graham
we
your
want
gym.
a tour. We want a tour of your gym. So this is your basement in your house, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, which part of the world is this?
Is it walking distance from me?
Yeah.
Colchester.
Colchester.
Not
See,
far
I'm
from
in
you.
Bishop Stortford, Hannah. So literally, you're down the road.
Yeah.
I could be there in an hour on my bike.
Social distancing, Graham.
Let's do this.
Social distancing.
So if you stay on one end of the gym and I'll stay on the other, awesome.
2 meters apart.
Oh, can I make a public, it's not a service announcement, but a public request to stop runners getting a bad name? I have had so many runners go past me, not when I'm running, but when I'm walking, and literally just come right next to me. Whereas when I'm running, I'll give everyone a really wide berth, like go in the road or something. But
They just like you smell, Tash. They just like the way you smell.
It's always like they think, well, if I'm running, I'm moving fast enough. I don't have to.
Right. Sorry, I was just saying right there. I wasn't actually. I was going to say.
So basically, please don't do that because then they'll stop us running.
Welcome, Nicole Miracle. When she joins, there she
Hey!
No way, Nicole Miracle. Smart World Champion.
World
Hi.
champion.
Hi.
She's now going, what the fuck have I got myself
Yeah.
into?
Like, who's that?
Nicole's
old
just
fuck?
reminded. Oh no, Nicole, have you done your workout with your week yet?
What's that?
Have you
Yeah,
done
she
your
did that.
workout with
She's
your
done
I
it.
week?
just did it. Yeah.
Oh damn it, I missed it.
This is why
Who
she's
won?
walking like a chicken.
It's like up on my Instagram still.
Oh, so I can follow it.
Yeah.
Oh, because you'll be proud of me, Jack. I just did some yoga instead
Yoga.
because my glute and hamstring is so sore.
I'm sat with this ball on my ankle right now to try and loosen it up.
That's a good ball.
No, I tell you the thing you all need to get.
There he goes. I love we got a view of.
Oh, Graham is here.
Graham's here.
kitchen. How many spotlights you got in your freaking kitchen? Your bald head must be so shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Cue ball.
a vibrating massage ball.
Hey, that was
25
Hey,
quid
hey,
over
hey,
eBay.
Graham.
They're the best toy in the world.
We don't
Keep your
want to
personal
know.
good to yourself, mate.
It's especially good when you put it on your glute at the top of the hamstring. Just an extra little vibration, just where you want it.
Oh wow.
Can someone tell me why things like glutes and hamstrings go at the strangest points? Like, I've just done a run, right? I walked into the shop. My hamstrings went as I walked into the shop. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit of a strange time to go. You know, why does it never go when you're actually running?
Because that maybe just when you stop, the muscles just go.
Maybe.
Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
you were leaning down to get that ice cream at the bottom of the thing, and you were like, "Oh, my
It wasn't
hammy."
the ice cream, mate. It was the crisps. I was
The
leaning down
crisps.
to
Sorry, the
crisps.
crisps.
It's because they put salt on, ready salted on the bottom.
Yeah, the very bottom
You know how
shelf.
much popcorn I had to eat to do that bloody video? And then Jack went, "Can you do it again? I need it in landscape." I was shoving popcorn in my face, and then he only used 2 seconds of it.
But it was a good video.
It was a funny video. It had a lot of views, to be fair. We don't have a professional setup as you, Nicole, doing the indoor Spartan course. We had to mock one up.
I'm not going to lie, I reckon ours was
Professional.
better. I'm going to lay the gauntlet down. I think ours was better.
Ooh, true. We had cameos in our.
Yeah, we had Spartan Phil and
I think
Hammond,
I think without Hammond and Phil, ours was pretty pathetic. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Hey, a
No.
comedic factor.
I haven't seen them.
Nicole!
Where are they?
Go on Spartan.
Spartan race,
The main
Spartan.
Spartan.
We got on everywhere.
It's a picture of Natasha in a lion outfit, not lion, tiger outfit.
A tiger.
I'm still
Ow.
upset we didn't put Tiger Queen across it.
I know.
Editing problems.
Can we
Oh,
talk?
doggy.
To be
Hey,
fair,
doggy.
I stole the dog idea off Nicole anyway.
Woof, woof, woof.
Uh,
Where's the doggy?
I have a question. Okay, has everyone seen Tiger King?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, you need to.
I can't think of a word to describe that program or the people in it.
Is
Crazy.
it a normal thing for Americans to be like that?
No, let's ask one.
Nicole's not like that.
Probably the
It's a
South.
question, isn't it? Because they found a lot of random people with a lot of tigers just kicking around.
it's not
Good
just the
right.
tigers though, is it? Like, there's a program on. Is it next week with Louis Theroux when he goes over and meets him? This was like years ago.
Yeah, it's on iPlayer, isn't it?
It's on iPlayer. Watch that. I mean, there's so many people out there, and they've got like lions, tigers, like
Chimps.
snakes,
Oh, yeah, it's a whole
chimps,
zoo.
gorillas, and you know, I mean, there's other people out there that are just like in their living room with like, you know, a chimpanzee or a gorilla in the corner. It's a bit like,
Yeah,
it's my
but
normal day, you know. Me and Chip are just hanging out. And you're like,
yeah, but I'm not being funny. That wasn't really the highlight of the program. We had murder,
Yeah.
suicide,
Paralyzed.
meth, sex cults, grooming of young women. No one seemed to mention that, even though it was all over. I
Well,
was like, no one gonna
all
step
with
in here?
tigers.
Huh?
It's all with tigers.
So all of these
Not
people
the
have
tigers. Graham.
run like big cat
oh, look
places.
at that bad boy.
And they're all absolutely, I don't know. I mean, they make people that go on Jeremy Carl look sane.
Jesus, that gin's
Oh, wow.
strong. What should I do? Get me pissed?
Apparently, it helps your broadcasting, Jack.
Woo, doesn't.
Or
I-
getting
No
in
more.
drunk.
We're gonna mute Jack because it'll end up bad.
So I don't know. I think this is Eloise's idea. Girl that comes to my field fit sessions. She had an idea that she's been saying for ages that she wants to do this party. And I was like, yeah, we could do a party. Somehow now that's escalated to short course shots. So basically, it's going to be a bit like the beer mile, but we're going to do the short course that I've got built, which is basically a low rig,
The shot mile.
a net, a hoist, monkey bars, flipping A-frame, rope climb, stairway to Sparta, and it's pretty much there, and balance. So that's all, and we have to start with a shot and finish with a shot.
Is
And
that it?
no, hold on.
Are you
If
doing this?
if you fall off,
Not
you
now.
also have to have a shot, and it's as many laps as you can get in before you throw up.
So you're gonna let
You're
people
gonna
do
go
the
on
Stairway
Sparta
to Sparta pissed?
Whoa, too many people. Say again.
Stairway to Sparta pissed?
Flipping A-frame.
Yeah. People are gonna
Well,
die.
I ain't gonna last 5 seconds because I don't drink, and well, I know I've got gin and tonic, but I don't generally drink, and I certainly don't do shots, and I can't
Let's
handle my
just put a
drink.
disclaimer out there.
No.
He's not talking about doing that in the next month or two.
Oh
Before
no, no,
people
when,
come
no,
at us.
this is when we're open up and we're back to field fit. Yeah.
So
What
wait, you're gonna do
what
this
stops
at a
you-
Spartan race or at your field fit place?
Field fit as a
No, let's
party.
do it. A Spartan race. Let's give all the boys shots at the start line. Brilliant.
I'm not actually sure I'd get round.
One shot, you'll be perfectly fine.
I'm pretty
I
sure
wouldn't.
there's rules against drinking in races.
Let's read the rule book. All 73 pages. It's got to be in there somewhere.
We'll ask Ryan Woods. He knows.
Yeah, he knows the rules perfectly.
I'm sure he's read that rule book back to front.
Ooh, unlikely.
Even Nicole
that's
says to
it.
me, I don't know what the rules are nowadays. I just race and hope for the best sometimes.
Just ask Ryan all the stuff that he's done, and then it'll be in the rule book not to do it.
Or could do.
I actually quite enjoyed it when we turned up to Greece and there was actually a thing on the A-frame saying, you know, do not touch
The
this.
truss.
They might as well have said Ryan would stay away. It was quite funny how it was just like completely directed towards him. So
They're trying to make it universally fair for all races.
So Nicole, what have you just done in your workout with Eureka?
Oh, we just did some like mini band exercises.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So does that mean you
And
did
why
you did
yours?
exercises with a mini band playing in the background? Is that what took
Yes,
place?
little tiny violin,
Awesome.
little tiny tambourines.
Wicked.
Benji was on the drums.
Yeah.
hold on.
Little ukulele.
Since when do you play? What's this?
Do you like these?
Is it a bit of crab?
Macaroon, not macaroons.
Maracas.
What are you on?
Practice.
Jesus.
What are the little wooden?
Natasha's had her shots already.
Yeah, it's
No,
like my
that-
time there, huh? Or what time is it? 5?
It's
6
Yeah,
o'clock.
I'm not
really
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. No, it's only because it's really grey and dull today. We've lost the sun.
Natasha's in a cave.
I just haven't put my light on.
I even moved into the other room so we had more light because normally I'm in pitch black.
I'm doing you a favour, then you don't have to see my face as much.
I've actually gone to the relaxed position. Ah,
Oh, look, who's this doggy, Hannah?
It's Ted.
Hi,
Teddy.
Ted.
Ted.
Oh. Are you guys doing the virus thing tomorrow?
the
What's
issue
the
with
what?
this, it
The
starts
12.
at 11:30 in England, which is not ideal.
Jack, it
Oh,
starts at 1
just makes
o'clock
it more
in the UK.
exciting.
What, in
Well,
the, in,
11:30
PM or
PM.
AM?
It starts at 1 PM. The race goes at 1 PM in the UK time, and it'll run till 1 AM.
how
Oh,
I
did
that's
know
not
I
because
get
I
bad.
that
just
so wrong?
signed up. I just
Yeah.
signed up, Jack. So
How did I get
Oh,
that so
sweet.
wrong?
Are you actually going to do it like all 12 hours?
No.
Me neither.
I just
You're
want to
gonna
go and do a
do 5
lap
miles
and hang
and
out for
then
the party, to be honest.
I was going to say, how can you do it, Graham? Are you supposed to do one lap, then go back in, aren't you, and then go back out?
No, you can carry on as long as you check in. So you can do one, if you're reading the rules, you can do one continuous piece for 12 hours,
Yeah.
as long as every 5 miles you stop your watch and log the GPS file for that 5 miles.
And I
Okay.
think you have to check in on Zoom, don't you?
Where
Yeah.
you're basically, your Zoom has to be facing your pit area. So when you come in from your 5 miles,
Yeah.
that's where you can be.
Yeah, but you don't need to keep your Zoom on live, so you can just log in on your phone and just say, "Here I am, 5 miles." There's a thing.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Cool.
So
How many miles are you going to do then, Nicole?
5.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna do my long run that is prescribed, which is 16 miles, and then I'll maybe like walk a little bit, maybe jog some more, and then like rest, and then like maybe do some more and later in the day.
Mm.
So I don't know. I mean, like I'd like to cover like 20 to 30 miles, but it might just be like a couple, like a lap of walking with Benji, or like
Yeah. I was going to say, has a Coach Addy Dog signed this off, or is it a
Oh, totally not.
Hotel.
No.
no? Yeah,
Not
I'm
until
only
they
doing
read the
16 miles.
Strava, they go 30 miles.
Yeah. Then we'll put this out after, just in case, just so we can't phone you and go, "You're not
So
doing that."
David goes, no.
Yeah, no, I haven't talked to him about it. I'm sure he would be like, no. But when I first signed up, I was like, oh, I'll just do my long run and I'll just like participate in it, just like support Matt and like see people. And then I kind of thought for a second, I was like, oh, maybe I should just like see how far I could go. But that's a bad idea, especially because we got 16 inches of snow yesterday. And so, I mean, at best, the trails are going to be snowy or super muddy.
Oh, God.
Not
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't sign up purely because I think I would be like, let's see how far I can go. And I'd be like, can I get like 50 miles?
Yeah, to be honest, the only reason I'm doing it is just to support Matt, because I think it's good for Matt, and he does a lot for the sport. But also, I think it's going to be quite a good fun thing, because there's going to be lots of people checking in constantly, and there's going to be conversations going on all the time, and it'll just keep the global sport together. So it's going to be a laugh.
Really yeah, it's a great idea.
Gee, what mileage are you going for? Just
5
5.
miles.
just
5
4
miles.
You steady on.
Please don't push yourself.
Is that your tempo pace?
I'm old these days, guys. That's what I'm going to say. You know, I'm
And
pushing
you can't
veterans.
cycle it either.
Yeah, no getting on Zwift and then doing it all.
And before you ask Stuart, there's no way you're doing it either, mate. So don't even ask.
Stuart's like, I signed up.
No, he just won't tell you, Jackie.
Yeah.
You log on tomorrow and his Strava will be on private.
Yeah, his training pics. Will be all
And he'll
over
just
there.
ask for forgiveness afterwards, not permission.
It's, you know what, it's
Virtual
crazy.
beast, right?
The best way.
It's the virtual. You're doing the virtual beast instead, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you can log it as the virtual beast.
I've got
that's
one of my clients was doing a whole year of endurance events this year, and he was doing them all for charity. And obviously that's a bit bummed now because all these races have been cancelled. So now he's like signing up to every virtual race. I'm like, you're actually doing more miles now than what you were before because you're signing up to every freaking race. And you know, it's like that first season when you just turn up a race and you want to do everything. And it's like, as a coach, you're sitting there going, oh no, you're just going to be injured and burnt out before you even started. But he's just one of those guys that just wants to do it for charity. And it's really difficult to say, don't do it. But what can you do?
Do we know anyone that's doing the virtual race tomorrow?
Stuart's doing it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are doing it.
Jesse's doing the Spartan one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually doing the race. That's cool.
I'm going to do the sprint on Sunday.
Just a sprint, Luke.
Yeah. Because it didn't fit into my thing doing the beast.
I could do the beast on Sunday as my long run, but then I'd want to go fast. And I'm trying to have an easy week. This is my drop down week, so I mustn't.
Or just do it and go slow.
No, I'm too. I'm. If I think it's even if it's a virtual race, I'll be like, go, go, go.
Have you done the virtual race from Spartan yet?
It's our one in the UK is this weekend. So the first one in the UK is supposed to be our first race weekend was this weekend. So they're trying to link it on today.
It's sad.
I did some of the
last 2
exercises
weeks.
the other day.
Do you realise, guys, we should be out now, like eating and carb loading? This should be like we should be pre-racing right now.
Oh no, we're meant to be racing tomorrow.
I've been carb loading for a long time.
Yeah, for 2 months.
Yeah.
I've completely forgotten it was actually meant to be a race tomorrow, wasn't it? The first one.
We would all
First
be
one
sat.
tomorrow.
We'd all be sat in Pippingham Park somewhere right now, thinking about racing.
How's everyone feeling about that? I forgot.
I actually to be fair, I'm quite grateful of all this because like it's given me more time to get back to training properly in my ankle. So actually, yeah, I'm happy. I'm now a bit sad to the fact that actually they might call off the whole season because Spartan seem to be doing this whole thing like in America, they've cancelled everything to the 31st of May, haven't they? And England and Europe now they've cancelled Slovenia. They've cancelled a lot of the European races until end of May as well. So
I don't think it'll be the whole season.
but it's going to get to a point where there's not enough time to fit the races in. So they're going to have to make a serious decision, aren't they?
You
What
mean for
they might have been.
qualifying reasons or what?
Say again.
Do you mean for qualifying reasons? They wouldn't be able to fit this in, or
Well, for us, like for instance, you guys have already had Jacksonville and done a couple of local races, haven't you? Like National Series race, but we haven't done any racing. So like we've got, hey up, Mr. Colfo, 1 second, just invite Leon in.
We will still have races because they've got the weekend sorted, but it will be a tight thing. And then I think qualification, they'll completely change our the way we're going to qualify for Abu Dhabi. That will be changed for sure.
yeah, and I think
It will
the
come
thing
down
to
to one
remember is
race.
that, like, no matter, they're only going to cancel races if they have to because of like government mandates. Like they waited till the last second to cancel San Antonio, to cancel like Seattle, pretty much. So they're definitely a business, and
Yeah,
They'll do what they can.
I suspect what they'll do is they'll have a load of bookings already in place, and if local guidelines means that people can, mass gatherings are possible, then they'll run those races. What they'll probably then do is overlay onto the top of that any national series related events that need to be so wherever the race might be. So right, that's where the race is going to be, and it's national series.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
They'll
like,
just change where the national series is.
yeah. So like, if Marsden
I
can't
don't think
happen,
we'll have a national series. I think it'll be canceled, and they won't get that prize money out because then they don't have to give that prize money out.
fair.
They can
That's
give it to me
true.
if they want.
No,
You're not fast enough, Jack.
you need to win it.
How do you know I'm not
Jesse-
fast enough?
Jesse, Luke, and Scotty Barker are quicker than you.
Leon, did you say it was the end of September where you don't have any races?
I'm actually going to kick you out in a minute, Mr. Graham Roberts. Don't forget who the host of this
Denmark,
session
we're going to
is.
be closed until end of August so far with mass events.
That's quite. They've thought really far ahead there, haven't they? Rather than sitting back and
But this is
waiting.
Denmark. This is a strict European country that are actually taking this fully seriously. Not that UK aren't, but obviously Denmark are actually saying, okay, you know what? We might as well just stop until then.
Denmark's ended up taking this shit so seriously. They're contemplating restarting the country to get more people infected with corona, because right now too few people are getting it, and we're gonna have too long of a time with
Too
the
few
corona issue.
people. Leon, get out there, go for a run, go and mingle in the town.
I suppose that is right, because I suppose, like, if, for instance, they say, okay, Denmark, you could just be released now, and you all go out there, you then might get the epidemic again, and it all spreads like wildfire again. So I see what you're saying.
They don't know yet, do they? If once you've had it, you'll then build up an immunity to it. They don't know if that is the case. So surely you just create the vaccine and keep people safe until then. You don't just go and get it. Yeah, let's put more strain on. Let's just kill people and put more strain on medical staff.
I mean, you should have immunity for a while if it acts like other coronaviruses.
Do you know what's really good for immunity? Salt crisps.
Don't take medical advice from Jack, people.
Don't take a medical, anatomy, most advice from Jack, because he has no idea what he's talking about.
Excellent. Cheers, Luke.
Immunity and not. They're opening up hairdressers and stuff on Monday. Hairdressers, sport therapists.
Oh, hairdressers.
really?
Jack, you can
Yeah,
get a flight to
on
Denmark.
Monday.
Look at that Barnet. What is that?
Yeah, I need
They
to.
should ship over Aaron so you can get a proper haircut.
I'm really confused. So you can't go less than 2 meters from someone, but they can cut your hair.
So the 2-meter thing is going to be a
Long
recommendation.
scissors,
It's always
Natasha.
been. So I'm not sure,
No, no, no.
but I'm going to go lick
Spear
some
throw.
motherfuckers in the face on Monday. It's going to be fun.
You're gonna what?
Wait, what?
Just
You
go around
on
and lick
Monday?
people in the face on Monday. Like,
Oh, Leon.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
I'd just like to finish this conversation of coronavirus. We don't want this to be about all the sadness, but we actually have someone that works in a hospital right now. Hannah, can you give us an actual, like, what it's like being in the hospital?
For me, it's actually not as busy as what it usually is, because all the normal GP surgeries have shut. We don't actually have all the normal work coming in. That's gone down. So while the rest of the hospital is actually crazy, like half of the hospital is corona patients, we're not having too much of an issue with it. It's just more social distancing, and then obviously decontaminating everything that comes into the lab.
God.
A few other things as well. People are waiting longer before going in.
Yeah.
When they do go in, they're really, really sick. So
Yeah, the effects are going to be horrible for a very long time, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because most of the healthcare system in Denmark has also been shut down to help work with the corona, but we've had so few incidents, quite a few amount of deaths, and also people in respiratory systems and so on. So as soon as we open up everything again, there's going to be a cluster of people who's going to be moving in and out of the system. And most of the nurses and doctors I know says the exact same as you are, Hannah, that right now it's a little bit of a weird situation because you're not as busy. You're just, it's a different way of being busy. Like mentally, it's way more stressing, of course. But when it opens up, it's going to be, the rest of 2020 is going to be very busy. And I think that people are going to have a struggle, like a proper struggle. Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people who aren't coming into the hospital for other reasons. So we've had patients who've come in at the last minute after they've had a stroke because they're scared to come into the hospital because of coronavirus patients. So
God.
a lot of patients like that at the minute.
Tough.
Should we change the subject?
Yes, please. Sad. I've been avoiding the news because it's just so. It was making me all upset.
Leon, how's Nikolai? Is he doing good?
Nikolai he just did the OCR Open versus Buell.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won, but it was fun.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Look at this Danish.
No, it was fun because Nikolai, to his gut and to the inside of his bones, hates to do things where you are judged on form as a competition because people will cheat with form knowingly or unknowingly.
Yeah.
Nikolai, he's a very quiet, nice guy. He will be the angriest person in the universe if he has to compete with someone that has stuff like burpees and air squats where you like talk about angles and
so why did he do it?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Hold on. Hasn't he just signed a protein contract as well with burpees?
He's just not going to do any burpees.
Well, that's true. Oh, he does. He misses spears.
Can we talk about this? Oh, because I know, Nicole, you're in now as well, aren't you? What do you have to do?
I don't know. Well, I don't know fully.
It's like, I don't know. I'll just do it.
Well, some of them I don't know what they are. Like, one was called like I don't remember. I have it on my phone actually.
What did Nikolai have to do, Leon?
So like
I've got burpees, pull-ups, stuff. But the next week stuff, Nicole, like some of these things are a little bit weird. Like you don't know how to perform them already, I guess.
Yeah. I think that's because they've got different pronunciations for each exercise. Probably it is something that we know, but it's just called different.
Yeah, there was one.
Let's see.
Is it big push-ups or something?
So there's an A and B race
straight leg
on.
sit-ups? What's that?
Oh, what?
What are straight leg sit-ups? Is that like if you're like
So
totally
literally, you have your legs out straight and then
That-
you sit up. So you don't bend your legs up. You just keep them straight out and then sit up and down.
they have to stay on the ground or
Yeah, flat on the ground.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one in the B category called pig
push.
get up or something.
Yeah, what was that?
It was like a half burpee, bottom half of a burpee, like 2 legs in, 2 legs out, 2 legs
So
in.
Isn't that a squat thrust?
That's a thruster, yeah,
Like
basically.
a half
It's a
burpee or a
squat
thruster.
You say that's a thruster to a CrossFitter, Jack, and you'll get,
Yeah, because the
That's
thruster
right,
is
mate.
that to a CrossFit.
Yeah, but it's fine because CrossFitters can't run and I can run.
It's a squat thruster.
Some
Graham,
people run.
really?
Oh, like what is a spider mountain climber?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. What's a spider mountain climber? I have no clue.
Oh,
So-
I think I know. So you put, instead of your legs coming inside and cross, you go outside to your elbow.
Yeah.
They're out to
So
the
like your
elbow.
left,
So
your
like a
left.
Spider-Man, like you're crawling
Like
up a wall.
Like
Spider-Man
this.
push-ups where you go to your elbow. That's the similar
Oh, and you
kind of thing.
actually have to like tap your foot to the side, probably.
Your
Yeah, like
knee
that.
has to hit the outside of your elbow.
But there is a video on their Instagram with the the exercises, so they might be worth watching. But it looks quite good, looks fun. It's a bit weirdly
fun.
programmed.
I
Well,
wrote
the
them that
first
I
one I
wanted to
couldn't
challenge
do.
Nicole, but apparently I cannot challenge a woman, which I think is super
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, but Nicole would
Whoa.
beat you.
Hold on,
so-
hold on.
Nicole would
Let's do
smoke
it now. Let's do it now. Look, you're both here.
I'm not good at these things. Like I can only do like 10 push-ups in a row. I don't ever do sit-ups.
Excellent. So it's 20 push-ups and 10 sit-ups. Let's go.
If I had to do the B workout, do you know how many that's so hard? It goes up to
It's a lot of
20
burpees.
push-ups.
But you're supposed to be the world champ.
Yeah, but
At
Well,
running,
Jack,
Push-ups
don't
in a
bloody
start
go-
race.
she doesn't have to do burpees.
You're the
She doesn't
world
have to do
champ.
hit workouts.
that's why I think so. At first, I was like, "Oh, I'm not doing this stuff because I'm going to be terrible." But actually, now I want to because I think it's going to be really funny and maybe like a good humbling experience. But I'm literally going to be the worst person at this out of
No, Nicole,
anybody.
we are going to be the worst people at this. I hate
Oh, yeah.
these type of workouts. I get so sore. I get a little bit annoyed while I do it. So I'm thinking we should have a little bit of fun. Like we should dress up doing these competitions.
You
or-
guys are making me so
I'm going to
happy
have to
right now
stop you. I'm
because
going to have to stop you. Hold on. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 clients on this call. Please don't be telling them these sort of moves are useless because they're all about to leave my
Not
boot camp.
useless.
They're all looking at their program like,
Doing it
Jack.
No, but this is the thing. Like when I do have to do burpees in a race, I am sore. I'm like really sore afterwards, and then I'm like, okay, yeah. Like if I had to do burpees in races consistently, then it would be very good for me to do more push-ups and dips because it just like destroys me because I don't do those movements. Because typically you don't need those movements as much for the obstacles.
So
Wow.
Luke and Jack, Luke always says to me, "Oh, can you come up with like some? Let's all do some WOD videos." I'm like, I don't train like that, and they always go, "For God's sake, Natasha!" But you've made me feel so much better because I don't do any of like that WOD stuff either. I'm just like, why? Why do you hit stuff?
all of Luke's wads include a pull-up, mate. So you know it's
That's because
it's
his
pretty
flat.
I
is
can
about
just fit
this
it in the
big.
living room.
Do you know what it
Just
is?
fit it in it.
So that video that we spoke about earlier that I edited, I said to Luke, just do like some runs around your flats and, you know, go in the rooms and what have you. I just got a video of Luke going up and down his hallway because that's all he's
the
got.
only space I had.
Aw. That's
Well,
it.
but we have to you have to get creative with what you got.
And then
Yeah. I used the
Natasha was
hallway
like,
very
I'm on my
creatively.
own. I can't do any filming. I'm on my own. So I'm
I was like, I
"For
can't.
God's
I
sake."
actually cannot do an indoor course because I ain't got anyone to film it. So I just had to be the viewer.
Let's get that
why
small
don't you
plan
just
down.
smash the phone at the bottom of your stairs and do like a stair workout?
For an OCR course.
Yeah,
That's a bit boring.
bunny hops. You know, you
Hey.
can do loads of stuff up it.
You could have put your Easter bunny hops on and
You
put it
saw
up
the
the stairs.
amount of mountains in Dolomites. That's basically a stair workout.
Graham, I'm better at eating, so I just ate the popcorn.
Do you know what's
Tash, you
really
just
good
put
thing to do?
on Akon's "I'm So Lonely," repeat it a couple of times, and film the wall, and you running past that spot like over and over again. Like,
Dude,
that's just
We should have done that. We should have done that. And also, Leon, I've got your clip. It's not that I didn't use it. I've just got a better video for it to go in. So it
Yes,
won't
it's
lose.
brilliant.
Do not
we
worry.
did see your clip and we laughed.
We watched it and we went, better idea. And then
So,
we've got a new
Leaving
idea.
it for the
for it.
outtakes.
I've got to ask a few more people to a few more ideas, but yeah, I've got
Nicole
a
will
better
be
idea.
one of them.
Yeah, Nicole's definitely going to be one of those.
What is Graham burning in the background?
Yeah, Graham, have you even got dinner to eat now, mate? Because it looks burnt. Ooh.
That is good. You're making me hungry.
Ooh.
We talk about food far too much on this.
Pineapple fried rice, bit of mushroom. Just nah.
Man,
I feel sorry for you.
That sounds good.
I feel sorry for all of you right now.
What meat we got?
Chicken,
Nice. Standard.
chicken, mushrooms, the
Solid.
sauce. If you want this recipe for the sauce, it's a chicken stock cube, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, gluten-free, so you can make it, Nicole, as well, and a teaspoon of mild curry powder.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure there's still stuff in there that Nicole can't eat.
There's honestly, Nicole, you would be able to eat this.
You sure?
The bold Jamie Oliver.
Okay, I've got a question. Huh?
Sorry, Nicole, say that again.
Wait, what were you saying is in it? It's like, so that's the sauce, but what it goes on
It's
chicken?
It's complete chicken, mushrooms, pineapple, broccoli, and white rice.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, it is, and it's gluten free, so you could definitely have it because I can have it. So.
Send some out.
Oh, yeah,
I
we've got the
reckon
juice
everyone
gluten-free.
wants to know the question from the pros. What is your take on pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple on pizza?
100%.
No.
What?
Oh, yes.
People.
I kind of end up eating it off. Like I'll eat it, but I'll like eat it off the pizza,
Oh.
not together.
So I've got a controversial thing to add to this. Then, what about ice cream on a pizza?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Get
whoa.
out.
It depends. If the pizza is a sweet pizza, yes, but I wouldn't put ice cream on a barbecue chicken pizza.
Oh,
Jesus. You're insulting an Italian here.
you're a disgusting
mia.
human being.
You gotta throw disruptions in every so often, you know. So.
I thought I was the
That's
only idiot who tried ice cream on a pizza.
Oh,
Did you do that too, Barry?
Yeah, mate.
Leo.
Of course, buddy.
Leon, you were doing all right until then. Oh, jeez.
What were the other
So well.
toppings?
No,
Don't
this is
stop
horrible.
hunting.
I was about 13. We were at a all-you-can-eat pizza spot. They
Yeah,
also
Graham
had
was
all-you-can-eat ice cream, and I bought both.
So
I
then you
figured-
start-
This is brilliant.
I
love
figured,
it.
shit, that might work.
I love how
It didn't really work. It was pretty horrible. I felt bad. I felt bad for myself and all of Italy in one go. I felt worse for Italy then than I do now, I guess. There was that was bad.
Do you know what? That story in your head sounded pretty simple until you started saying it and you were like, oh, shit, I sound like an idiot now.
I think it's funny.
I don't know,
Yeah,
that's-
Graham only tried it last week. He was not 13.
Pizza
And he's on
and
mute,
ice
so he
cream.
can't defend himself.
Yeah, I had that for dinner last week. It was great.
There's
Fuck it, I'm
Spider-Man.
getting ice cream. Be right back.
Right, now I'll tell you the thing. Right, Leon, you might have seen of this stuff. This is the
Getting ice
stuff we all
cream.
need. We talked about it last time.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
yeah.
Speculoos.
Biscoff?
Yeah, the
Biscoff.
spread.
Oh, now you
Spread.
wake up.
Yeah, now
What's
put
that?
that between 2 Lotus biscuits and you have got the king of snacks.
I don't know what Lotus biscuits are. I don't know what that is, but it means I'm coming to the UK to eat food.
It's really good.
I think it's from the Europe. I don't think it from the Europe. Listen to me.
Yeah,
I
that
don't-
was from France. That.
Yeah, that's
So-
a French thing.
Yeah.
I've got one for you.
Brexit's been going on for a while, and you're like, the Europe.
Europe. Get out of me.
Crunchy peanut butter, set honey, and banana toasted sandwich.
That's good.
Honey and banana, I get.
I'm getting ice cream.
Okay, let's all play a
Athlete.
game. Let's all play a game.
Hashtag athlete.
What flavour ice cream is he going to come back with?
Oh, quick.
Pistachio.
Ben and Jerry's
Ben and Jerry's,
cookie dough.
cookie dough,
half-baked.
pistachio, half baked. I reckon.
If he
it's
says
chocolate.
if he's half baked, I've got respect for him. If it's anything but, he'll
It might
probably
be-
just come back with Neapolitan.
It might be strawberry with like the Denmark flag crossed in the top with cream or something. I don't know.
Oh, strawberry's the worst.
I know, but it's red. I was just thinking.
Right, we've guessed. Hold on, don't show us. It's
what-
Ben and Jerry's.
what
Don't tell
flavour?
us the flavour. I'm gonna guess fish food.
Fish food?
Yeah,
Best flavor?
half baked's the best. Topped.
All right, let's see if you guys can. This is the back of it. It's not a Ben and Jerry's. It's a ripoff because Ben and Jerry's are fucking expensive in Denmark.
Oh,
It is the cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. Who said cookies and cream? Did
I
someone
said
say
half
cookies and
baked, so
cream? Ah.
that's got cookie dough in it. But
Do you know, that's one thing we do not eat in the Carpenter household is ice cream.
I love ice cream. Me and Dan have it every Saturday night when I stay with him. We have a tub of Ben and Jerry's or something similar.
I'd feel too guilty.
Why?
Fat Jack would come back. I wouldn't be able to stop. I'd just keep eating, and then that'd be it. I'd be like 5 stone overweight and wouldn't be able to run.
Do you mean
Oh
you've
yeah,
got
the
that?
tub's
And then
empty.
and then Luke would beat me, so I can't have that.
Probably.
What was the stats?
In what sense?
Podiums, Jack versus Luke.
I'm beating him.
Not in podiums.
Not in podiums. In head to heads, I'm beating him, but not in podiums. He goes to all the smaller races and wins the races that I'm not at. A bit like Scott
No.
Parker.
All the
Yeah,
races
no,
you've
he
been at.
doesn't. Such a wind up.
It's
I
true.
go to
Head
all
to
the
head.
small races and still get my ass kicked. It's a good life.
Do you know what, Leon? I'm really disappointed. Like, I think we can open it out there. I know you don't want to mention too much, but I'm really disappointed that this is hit because I was really looking forward to actually going at you in the UK series this year. But
Mate, it would have been so much fun.
to
will
actually
still
take
happen.
down Leon.
Are you still
would
going
have
to
been
come, Leon, if we race?
Oh, yeah, I want to come.
Good man.
Just don't bring
Yeah.
that pesky friend of yours, yeah? Because he's a little
Well,
bit quicker than
Nikolai.
you.
What, Ida?
All right. I think Ida would kick my ass.
Get
On
tricked
that bomb-
by Ida.
On that bombshell, everyone, that's now ready.
That bowl's far too small, Graham.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
that?
but-
Just starters?
That's
Tash,
literally
Tash,
like a
that's the
cereal.
second. That's the second helping. Don't worry.
Oh, it's making it
Good.
walk.
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't you just take the walk?
Yeah, well, eat it out the wok.
I would.
Save on washing up, doesn't it?
Yep.
I'm not from Ipswich.
Oh. Neither am I. I'm from worse.
So I'm going to go and eat dinner with the family. So lovely to see you all. Nicole, I'll probably see you
Oh.
racing tomorrow. So
Oh yeah.
I might do this now. I might just do it for 5 miles.
just
Good
do
luck,
it, mate. Jack, just
Graham.
do it. No, thanks. Just do 5 and then come and have a party because that's what it's going to be.
I might do
To be
that.
fair,
I've
I'm
got-
just doing. I've got an hour steady tomorrow, easy run tomorrow, so I could just sign up, do that, and then watch.
See, and it
I
costs
got it.
£22.30.
Is that what it is? £22.30.
That's what the conversion from $25 plus the $2.50 registration fee is.
How much? He's worse than Spartan, that guy. Jesus.
I think it's a website cost, Jack, not
Oh, is
Spartan.
Is it the virus race tomorrow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the virus race. Yeah, the 12
Oh,
hour.
as I call it, Atkins Retirement Fund race.
Atkins retirement fund?
Doesn't all the money go to the winner? I can bet Atkins gonna win those money.
Oh, is he? Well, I don't really know if he's doing it like for real.
Ah, yeah.
He'd probably still win it.
He was supposed to be on this call. I wonder if he'll tune in.
On that bombshell. I'll see you all later.
See you
Hey,
later,
Miss
buddy.
G.
That's tomorrow. Have fun, Graham.
Bye, Graham.
Oh
Is anyone actually gonna go out and run for 12 hours, like for serious, and
no,
kill
I
themselves?
think some people are, but I don't know.
no, because it will ruin next week's training.
Surely that's Atkins' like normal Saturday run anyway, isn't it?
Not
12
next
hours
week's
in a
training.
night.
It would ruin the rest of my training of the year if I ran for 12 hours.
I know. Yeah. feels-
Walk for 12 hours. That'd be all right.
Oh dear.
So Leon, take me through. Are you in as much like? Are you have to be at home as well at the minute, or can you still go to like ninja gyms and stuff in Denmark?
No, I'm not going to any gyms. Gyms are closed. I actually might have access to a gym because I coach in a gym, and there might be a thing, but I don't want to exploit that opportunity and have other people feel like, oh, this guy's special. He can go to the gym, like, because I'm fine with what I have. Like, I got a couple of sandbags and I can do pull-ups and I can go out riding my bike and running. So I'm not in a bad position. It's not when I was,
Yeah.
Did you just let your cat out the
Oh,
window?
what you don't realise is Stuart lives on the 5th floor.
Cats always land on their feet.
It's ground floor.
Well, we know who's absolutely fine without having to go for a gym. It's Hannah.
Hannah's in the gym.
Hannah freaking owns a gym.
Oh, really?
Sat in it right now in her basement. It's huge. You
Where's
didn't.
Andre, Hannah? Is he at work?
No, he's right here.
Oh, yeah. Doing a
Oh,
little
he's putting
workout.
out his
That's
walk.
his workout. Look at her basement. And the
Is
other
that
way,
Hannah?
Hannah. Show us the
Hannah,
other
is that
side.
your basement?
That's her
Yeah.
basement.
Do you know what? I thought I was Flash having Phil fit, but I've just seen that and I'm like a bit jealous right now.
Wow. Honestly, next house, I'm going to get a basement and that's what it's going to look like.
Doesn't have to be in
James,
the
how's your
basement.
training going, man? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Thank you. Yeah, it's been obviously like everyone. It was a bit of a showstopper when this all came about. I just recently got myself, well, about 6 months ago, got myself a new coach. Paul Murphy, he's the S&C coach for GB Diving.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
He's ex-Navy, he was ex-rehabilitation instructor in the Navy, and I've been training with him since. And yeah, it's going well actually. It's just all the years of training. Just actually, it makes you realise when you actually, because I did personal training when I came out of the military. I went into sort of personal training as well myself, and ran my own boot camp company. And you spend so many years training, thinking that you're doing things right. And it wasn't until I sort of sat down with my coach when he turned around and he said, it's not that you've been doing things wrong, you just could have been doing things slightly better. And obviously the adaptations that I've had since being with him I've been really impressed actually.
what's your
For an old guy like me.
what's your aim for the year, James? What sort of racing do you like to do? Short, long, different, multi-sport? What's your bag?
In terms of Spartan, Spartans like, I did a couple of Spartans a few years ago, and I just had a bug. I had a bug for it, and I was running it with friends of mine, and I was kind of sort of dragging them through it, and I was getting cold because I wasn't running at my optimal pace.
That happens when I run, James, as well.
I think the sign. Say again, sorry.
That happens when I run with Luke.
He's just being cocky. Ignore him.
I get cold. Wait for Luke.
Obviously, my biggest goal this year, when the season actually does start, is I'm looking forward to chomping on the heels of you guys. That's where I want to be at. My main my strong point is the distance stuff. I'm quite strong. I did quite well in the beast last year at Windsor. I think I was in the same sort of time category as you boys that came in. Sort of, I think it's about the 113 something. And I kind of thought that I'd gone wrong on the Corso because I came in. I failed the spear, which I always do. And I kind of came in and I was looking over my shoulder thinking, well, have I gone wrong somewhere? Because there's no one around me. And yeah, I came in and it was I was quite surprised. But that was just sort of the early signs for me that my sort of training, the way that I changed my training, had give me those adaptations in a good way.
Without giving away too much of your secret training, James, what was the biggest change, do you feel?
Just doing the lifting stuff. Obviously a lot of the rope climbs have never been an issue for me. Obstacles I've never really found a real issue. The two obstacles I struggle with, again giving away too much. The two obstacles that I find the most challenging are the Hercules hoist. Killed me at Twickenham. I was leading Twickenham age groups. Had a real good lead on the two lads I was racing against, and I managed to get because it was wet as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I managed to get the hoist almost to the top, but I got getting shouted at because I'm only like 69 kilos, so I was getting shouted at because I had both feet on the fence, and the marshal shouting at me, and I was like, okay, and I got it about a foot from the top, and I just failed it, and then I had to do the 15 burpees when my upper body was completely taxed.
James, are you saying the Hercules hoist weighs 69 kilos in the UK?
No, I'm 69 kilos. So the Hercules hoist, I don't know what they are in the UK.
50,
what are they?
50.
Yeah,
50.
and they do vary. You can pull one and it will be way lighter than another.
Yeah, that's right. I found that with some of the races. Some of the races there, I've got them up no problem. But Twickenham was struggled.
James,
Guys, I'm Googling 69 kilograms to pounds.
Oh no, we need to do conversion.
152, isn't it?
Yeah.
So out of interest, just to give Nicole, for instance, who's an American racer, obviously, I've done Tahoe. Trust me, that sandbag, the hoist is like nothing.
So easy.
It's like,
Yeah. The UK ones are so much heavier than
Killian runs in. Oh my goodness.
American hoist is nothing. UK is the heaviest one.
Really
and
heavy.
Europe,
I have some heavy Herc hoist, but not since like 2016.
Yeah, ours got heavy end of 2018 or middle of 2018.
Oh, dude,
I remember when they changed it, everyone was like, Oh my god! Like we went to pull it, and usually it'd be really easy. And we're like,
So,
I can even for the women's, even I can jump up and hold the rope, and I stay up in the air, and the bag's on the floor.
I can rope climb the men's. Literally, I can rope climb the men's.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I pull it, and it's like it's going nowhere.
Technique, James.
Going nowhere.
It's all technique, mate. It's like I weigh less than you, and I can move that pretty quickly. Actually, out of interest, that same race, so the Stadion, I actually moved into first place on the hoist. And the guy that was in front of me, who was a Polish CrossFitter, who was freaking hench, couldn't get it up. And that proved to me it's nothing to do with strength. It's just how you're using your body and technique to get that damn thing up.
Yeah, sure.
Now, I don't want to give away too much because Leon, there might be a time when me and Leon are next to each other on that hoist, and I'm not going to tell him any tips because I want him to struggle. But that first time they brought that in, and Luke will remember, I ran in second place, and I saw first doing burpees at the spear, which was the dead next obstacle. And I'm like, all I've got to do is get this freaking sandbag up, which is going to be a piece of piss, throw that thing in the hay, and I'm home and dry my first ever podium. That didn't happen. I got to that hoist, and I was there about 4.5 minutes. Then I decided to take burpees, so I was there another 2 minutes, and I think I walked in 6th position in the end. Bearing in mind, everyone else struggled as well, but
some people made the quick decision just to take burpees. Like James, I'm only.
I got the hoist up.
You got it up, didn't you? Yeah, you bastard.
Like it, because I think I don't know what the women proportionately.
Yeah.
The hoist for the women is heavier for me, and I've managed to get it up where people who are much bigger and stronger than me haven't.
Yeah.
But then Nikki Johnson's got an amazing technique. She literally squats and just uses her arms. I'm like, I have to literally throw my whole body on the floor.
But
just
would
to get it to shift.
she be able to do that in a beast, for instance, like after she's run 14 miles?
You could probably do the men's in the beast.
Yeah.
She's so strong.
That's where the experience comes, though, isn't it? I mean, look, in hindsight, if I look back at Twickenham now, with the lead that I had, if I'd have just accepted that it was wet and I was going to struggle with it anyway, because I always find it challenging. But that's the first time that I'd actually failed the Hercules hoist, and I think in hindsight, it's experience. If I'd have gone up to it and just touched the rope and gone over and just done the 15 burpees, I probably would have kept that lead.
Yeah, but
no, you got to do it. Don't know.
That's a moral
thing.
Well, no, that's the thing. Sometimes, isn't it? You got to weigh it up, haven't you?
And Leon will probably tell you, suggest the same thing. I mean, personally, I think you have to fail a couple of times for you to improve. And I had the same thing with the spear for a whole season. I didn't hit one spear, and I missed out on so many positions because of a freaking spear. In the end, I took the decision to, you know what, if I want to improve at this sport and be good at this sport, I've got to nail down the obstacles. And for me at that time, spear. 2 years ago, it was twister. You know, I spent a whole year just like playing with twister techniques until I got the one that suited me. Then it was hoist. So now I've spent the whole time working out hoist, and hoist is no longer an issue, but it is technique. And
you can get stronger for it as long as you can feel the muscles that are really sore after you fail it or try it, and then you can just work out stuff in the gym that hits those muscles and gets stronger.
James, was it a grip thing or was it a weight thing that messed
No,
you up?
just merely, and it is exactly as you said. I mean, grip strength wise, I'm good. I mean, like being in the military, climbing ropes with 35-pounder kit and rifle on your back, I've never had an issue with grip. It was just, I think I know it's technique, and I've just exactly as you just said, Jack. I've just got to nail that technique and like you said, fail it a couple of times and work out what's going wrong and what I'm doing wrong so that I can rectify it.
Yeah. I mean, actually, the thing I did after last year is in my training center, I actually put a heavy hoist in, and it's actually heavier than 50 kilos.
Yeah.
So my 60-kilo tire, which is what that is, guys, with rocks in it, when you do that, although it's nowhere near as high, the technique's just the same.
Of course it is.
You know, it isn't anything to do with your weight or strength. Trust me, you have got enough strength to get that bad boy up. It is all technique.
Yeah.
And and it's interesting they stopped you from having 2 feet on the top because you allowed that.
To be honest, I was because I'd already looked at the rules, but it actually stated with the stadium. When I look back at the rules over the stadium, they actually said that they can change the rules in relation to health and safety, which I didn't really understand why they said that you couldn't have both on. But she had a real bee in a bonnet about me doing that. She kept on and shouting at me to get my feet off. And in the end, I lost my train of thought. I probably, had I not been barraged by her quite. I mean, she was constantly on me. If had I not been, I probably would have just grit my teeth and got it up there. But in the end, because it sort of threw me off track because I had both feet on, and then when I had to take one off, I lost all my balance and it rotated me. So
yeah. I mean, just going forward, what I would do is I always go my weakest leg up and lock it out, and then lock it out, and then drive backwards, walk up the rope, keep that leg locked out at all times. So obviously flexibility comes in there as well. The problem is, like you say, if you get those two legs in, then you haven't got that balance. Whereas if you keep one leg locked down,
you lose that momentum and that.
Yeah, 100%. Like in America and Europe, where it's a lot lighter, you can almost kneel down and just do it arms only. Yeah. It's not an issue. But unfortunately, with the UK one, you have to put your whole weight into it to even move the damn thing.
What's happening about Bagshot this year? Is the Windsor Beast, is it going to be moved? Because there was talk about it and changing location, wasn't there?
Oh, was there? I think it's still.
So they were going to go back to Great Winds Park, but what they didn't do this year on the website is they didn't actually put a location. So at the minute, they haven't announced a location. Yeah. I'm kind of hoping they go back to the Great Windsor Park.
Yeah, that was my first ever one. It was epic.
That is amazing. The Bagshot course, and I'm going to say this out loud, is dog shite. For me, it's not a Spartan race. It's just, I don't know what everybody else thinks of it, but it's a horrendous race.
It's not a runner's race. It's not a running race.
But it's
2018 was my first one. So, and did you not hear Carl also on ORM's podcast saying that going back to the same forest or whatever it was?
No, I didn't hear that. I don't listen to that podcast.
You not listen? Funny that, Jack. You normally talk about
that. No. I just insult them apparently.
Because he's been on there a couple of times to talk about the season and this, that, and the other. And he mentioned Windsor. I'm pretty sure the way I heard it was going back to the same place.
Okay. Well, at the minute we've got no races, so I'll be happy for any bloody race, to be fair. But yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go lock myself in my own field and just do my races by myself.
So at least you'll always win, which you do anyway in your own head.
Exactly. I could even put a trophy on my own. Yeah, I like that idea. Yes, Jack can never lose. It's great for confidence building.
I don't think you need any more of that.
So I've got a question. So after listening, I was kind of hoping Kirk was going to be on this podcast, actually, just to ask the question. So obviously, he was talking on, I'm going to mention it, another podcast. I won't mention which one. You can make
Running Public.
Yeah, the Running Public, about training and what have you. Now, I was saying to Natasha the other day, we're all in a situation now where we're not sure what's going on. And Nicole, this would be interesting to hear from yourself as well, and Leon, come to that. We're all training now as if races might potentially happen, say, like a month's time. Would you recommend, do you think it's a good idea to do these virtual races at like proper race pace? Like actually to put your body through that race simulation that you've trained for instance?
I don't know. It's I don't expect 2020 to have a season, honestly. I don't expect it to have like a serious season. I see now Sochi, we've also seen posts, not from World OCR, but other places that it's devoting from a World Cup so it's no longer a World Championship, it's a World Cup, and the World Championships will be held the year after. And America is really hit quite hard with Corona right now. So who knows about Stratton, if that's going to be postponed? My guess is maybe. So in other words, if you don't consider yourself to have to run fast this year, it's totally up to you, whatever you think is fun to do, as long as you don't get injured. Injury comes from overdoing that high intensity, uncontrolled thing all the time. But if you want to test yourself and have that kind of peak build up to get that speed, get that feeling of racing, feeling really strong, just go for it. I personally am probably not going to go for a lot of that, as I know my weakness lies in lack of experience within competitive sports, especially endurance sports. any sport actually. I once did shooting, pretty good at that shit for a couple of years. But, that's it. I've done a lot of beer drinking. Didn't do that competitively neither, but I was pretty good at it.
Oh, you missed your calling.
I definitely missed it right there. But yeah, if you want to go for it, go for it. I'm probably going to try to do some road racing with a couple of friends this year just to see if I have a progressive development. But I'm not going to hit myself hard in the nut if it doesn't work out. Like it's okay. I'll spend the time working on base building, but I'm also very competitive. So how am I going to please that competitive side? I don't know.
I think that's what I'm getting
trying to readjust. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting at. It's like I'm happy to base build all day long because I know it's improving me. But at some point, I'm thinking, well, if we're not actually going to get to race in 2020, like I'd actually quite like to see the progression that I'm going through right now. To what point is that actually going to help me? Like, yeah, even if it's a mile time trial, which is what like Kirk was on about, just go out and do a mile time trial. I'm like, I've never
it's
done.
Not that hard. It's not that hard for your body to do a mile.
No,
I mean, you're gonna take it easy, but it's not like a marathon where you need a longer period of time for recovery afterwards. Go out, do a mile trial every 6th week, whatever. It's just
won't be taxing on like your adrenal system at least, like a marathon or longer would be.
Yeah.
Right. Stuart, we're getting mile time trials.
But one thing that comes to mind is just that I think most people who are serious about obstacle racing race too often.
Yeah.
So this is like a perfect opportunity to just have a true off season and take a rest period and then build back. But if people are fit right now and they like you want to do these challenges, there's also nothing wrong with jumping in them because I mean, right now, like I don't expect to race till at least August. So I could like, kind of do some like races right now, take a break, build back up. There's like plenty of time for that. So, I mean, yeah, just what Leon was saying basically too.
Right now it's a question of what you think is fun. And if you don't think base building is fun, that means you're probably going to be unmotivated to do things. And then you're going to have a shitty training period. If you think it's a lot of fun to do a 10K road race and prep for it, you're probably going to have a better training if you have a 10K road race coming up for yourself or have someone pace you in a couple of months because it keeps you motivated. So Nicole and I, we're all about what we think is fun right now, which is also why we're including things that are not necessarily OCR specific. If I could go cross-country skiing, I'd go for it right now because I want to do more stuff like that. We don't have any chance.
I was going to say, good luck with that.
But yeah, I mean, I'd love to try it and spend some time doing that or ski mountaineering. Or I'd love to get to know outdoor climbing more, things that are really hard to do in Denmark, unfortunately. But if I had the opportunity to do these things, I'd prioritize to do it right now. Because if the season was on us, like we would not have, like it wouldn't be smart to prioritize these things. So we can do that now. And whatever we think is fun. Yeah, I'm not super strict about my training right now, but I'm still moving 2 to 5 hours a day. So I'm still doing stuff. It's just different.
And it's interesting you say about road running because I've never had the love for road running. I actually bought myself some road shoes. I am actually enjoying road running. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming over me. I think I've had too much drink, but I actually enjoy road running, which is kind of scary because I even texted Natasha the other day. I was like, "Do you fancy a marathon if we can do one?" Like, oh, this is dangerous. Do you guys use road running as a gauge of like the reason I say this, Leon, because as you know, because I think we've got the same coach. Like Nikolai is all about pacing, whereas before I was all about heart rate. So now I'm like trying to hit these paces.
But you don't live in a flat area, do you? You live in a pretty hilly area?
No.
Well, reasonably flat.
Okay.
Would you say, Hannah? Yeah, it's reasonably flat, isn't it?
Definitely flat.
Yeah. No, I mean not as flat as Spalding where I came from. That is like Fenland. This is we haven't got like we're not Nicole, let's put it that way. I can't do like
mountain running.
Yeah, we've got a few hills close to where we live, but nothing more than just a hill.
But I'm actually quite although I still majority trail running, and I actually tell my clients to mainly run off road because that's specific to what we're doing. But like now, when it's not like we're not actually specifically doing any races, then I don't know. I just find that road running is always like leads to injury because
I think, but I think if you mix it up, you're going to get the benefits of both.
Both,
surely.
100%, and that's what I'm probably finding because I've never done it in the past, and now I'm started doing a lot more because I'm trying to hit paces, not terribly fast paces, just I'm trying to stay within a range of pace opposed to heart rate, for instance. Like I just find it easier to concentrate on good form or what have you on a road than I do a trail. You know, a trail, especially my trails, the fact that I've got to avoid every pensioner in Brantford currently and every itty bitty that's normally in the gym that's currently on the taken up running in white Nike trainers everywhere. I've got to avoid all those people and stop from when the dog shits every 5 minutes. You know, like so. Yeah, I've taken a road running, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I'm going with that. But
I tend to mix it.
Yeah, I think Natasha's absolutely right. That's what I've always done that. I mean, I used to, when I first came out the forces, I used to run for Worcester County, and I used to do a lot of road running. And actually, funny enough, like you were saying there, Jack, I ended up tearing the cartilage in my right knee from just doing too much road running. And that, in hindsight, again, that's just education. You know, I've and now what I tend to do is if I obviously the last few weeks I've had to run the roads because I haven't been able to get in the car and drive up to the hills, but I do try and get on the hills as much as I can, but then for the faster stuff just do the road stuff where you can go fast and minimize your chances of injury.
Yeah, but I've always said, like, when I do Spartan races, I mean, I won quite a few of the sprints this year, and I put that down to because I was doing my speed training on trails. So, like, for instance, Marsden, which is mainly grass and mainly rolling grass. I was doing that a lot. So.
Well, you can get race specific nearer to, like, you could use the road now to have your leg turn over and your speed, and then when you get closer to the race, as well as doing your easy runs off road, you can then start doing more speed work off road to get
for sure
more specific.
You can feel it. You go out and do a 10k on the road, and then 3 days later go and do a 10k off road with some hills and undulating ground.
Difference.
You can see the difference. You feel the difference, don't you, when you're recovering?
But
all your cores, hammered.
But I will say, I think both help the other because I did that.
Yeah.
I did a 10k in February, and it was meant to be flat, and they threw in a couple of long hills.
Yeah.
And without even trying, I overtook the girl in front of me, and she was moaning at the end. Oh, that was a bloody hill, and I was like, I didn't even. I think because I do off road and because we do Spartans and stuff, you don't see it.
Yeah.
It definitely helps. Whereas if you just did flat road running all the time, you're
not gonna be able to adapt to trail running at all.
No, so they both help each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure. Jack's taking your phone.
Oh no, that's fine. No, yes.
Oh, they're all on the phone. Is Jack on the phone to Nicole? You having your own private conversation?
Just talking about you. Don't worry.
Saying she's so wrong.
Yeah. Wait,
it works for me.
Say again. Sorry, I missed that because I was on the phone.
Yeah, I'm your friend. This is my roommate Carly.
Hi, Carly.
What are you doing?
Jack.
We're joining with this is Jack.
Yo.
Carpenter. Jack the Carpenter.
Please ignore him.
Don't ignore me.
You have a bunch of people.
And Natasha.
And Steve, who doesn't want to be heard.
Steve, who's Steve? I don't know Steve.
Steve's like hiding in the dark.
And Leon. So Leon, they're like also racers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leon's
hold on. I like how she's like, there's Jack, and then there's Leon. He's a really good obstacle racer. Yeah, thanks, friend.
Yeah, but Jack bigs himself up enough. No one else needs to.
How do I?
Jack is his biggest fan.
Quad garage?
No. You guys haven't seen the quad garage.
It's what?
Very snowy right now. You can see how much snow we have.
I actually can't get over how
your weather's bizarre, Nicole.
It's so bizarre. Like,
but look at the sun. It's beautiful blue sky.
Oh, yeah,
oh my god.
How much snow?
There was 1.5 feet of snow. You could see like the snow stick out there.
Whoa.
But it's gone down a little bit.
That's insane. So Nicole has no choice but she can't go on a run. Connecting to audio. There's someone sweaty.
Hey,
Oh,
Mr.
hello.
Mule.
What the hell?
I love it how he's phoned me on a phone call, on a run.
While he's running.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not so snowy where Aaron is.
Yeah, but those trees are about 20 foot tall. He's just making us all jealous that he's out on a trail right now.
I haven't seen a single person.
He's social
Well,
distancing.
1, 2, 3. There's about 8 more people on this phone call you can see now. Hello, Aaron.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
You're only an hour and 20 minutes late, dude.
Yeah.
That's it?
Just about to sign off and go and make dinner.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
He's just signed on for us to hear him breathe.
What's the
I
run
can put
today,
it on
Aaron?
mute. Oh, it's good. Somebody went and built a shit ton of mountain bike trails, which is awesome because it's all on posted land, so you're not supposed to be on it anyway, and nobody's on them.
So it's unlike you, Aaron, to break the rules. I can't believe you'd actually go against any rule breaking whatsoever.
Literally, all the trails around here are like you have to trespass no matter what. So like people just
Aaron sees a keep
really good
out
trails.
sign and he thinks, oh, good. I won't have to social distance from anyone. I'll just go in there.
Well, I used to build trails around here, but they all like grow over if nobody uses them.
I'm just gonna go and put something in the oven. Hold on.
I love it how this is an OCR audio podcast, and now we're left with no OCR audio people except for me. Thanks, guys. Leon, Aaron, you're the new 2 co-hosts. There you go. Boom. Replace.
Oh, Leon's here.
I'm here, buddy.
Leon's there, yeah, man.
Hi, Leon.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Yeah, you make me want to go running. I might go
does.
run because you inspired me to be a healthier human being right there.
I don't know if what I'm doing is healthy, but
You sound out of breath, Aaron, to be fair.
Hi, me.
We just talked about you, Aaron, because Denmark is opening up for hairdressers on Monday. So if you need pro help with that mullet, you should come over.
I think Aaron's froze. I think he's run off the end of the world. As if he thought his Wi-Fi internet connection was going to work. Brilliant. Right, we've lost Aaron. Never mind. Let's hope he's all right. I'm sure he's fine. Not been attacked by bears or anything when they get over there. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, we've lost him. We lost him. So it's interesting you say that, Leon, because I've been watching, because I feel really bad. I've been watching, like, going back and watching all the old American US series, national series, just for, like, shits and giggles. I get in my whole race kit, get in my protein kit, and just sit in front of the TV and pretend I'm racing against, like, you know, Nicole and all that. Do you do that? Do you, like, watch something like a documentary or Unbreakable or any of these ultra documentaries and, like, makes you want to run straight away?
Yeah, every once in a while, but lately I've actually just been watching a lot of NCAA track running.
Really?
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching some track and field, some Olympics 2008 to 2016 videos, and I've just really enjoyed watching those races.
Random thing.
Yeah, it made me run super fast. It made me want to run super fast. Yeah, I feel that's pretty good. I get a little bit tormented from watching purely OCR stuff, as most of my Instagram stuff is all about obstacle course racing. So if I'm also watching races, I'm like, fuck, I can't race. So I feel pretty bad about that. But if I'm watching things with running, it could be very motivational for me, and it's quite interesting. And I also like to see people who do some pretty extraordinary stuff. There's a Danish guy who just completed the first ever Ironman in Antarctica. I'm very excited to see the documentary coming out of that.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, I like to see things like this for sure. But I watch most of the US Spartan stuff, and it's a lot of fun. It's basically the same 5 names getting mentioned over and over again by the commentators, and then a lot of running. It's fun. I like to see it every once in a while, but I haven't rewatched any of it. Also, there is a very limited chance I'll ever compete in the US series. So I tried to watch other things instead that I might be more realistic for me to compete in at some point. Yeah.
I just think I like watching the US series because you can relate to it. Like, just because you've been in a situation until someone misses a spear, and then I'm like, ah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
what Leon's saying is he's coming to the UK because he can smash us.
no, I don't know. It's just I've never really felt that I was competitive in a Spartan event. I don't have that Spartan race relationship that most of you guys have. As Spartan race is not a very big thing in Denmark, and the way I like to do races is a little bit different. I want to get into it because I can feel you guys have an amazing passion. I feel the Spartan community is incredible. I feel like there's still a gap between what's Spartan, what's OCR, what is it like, what is it? What is it? There's so many things happening, and I want to be part of that boat that's sailing in a really positive direction with Spartan, and that's why I want to come over to the UK and I want to try these things out. I want to feel competitive in a foot race. I feel like a Spartan race is more of a foot race. I want to feel like I can run with these guys. Yeah, so I'm actually happy I have a bit of extra time to prep for these things because, I've been haunted with a few minor injuries and I want to take my time to develop good running so I can, when I come over to the UK, I have a running chance, and then it's going to be fun to try to feel competitive doing these races because I have tried doing Spartan just for shits and giggles, and I did not have any shits or giggles doing it.
Well, not even before the race. Not even any shits before.
I normally have a few, depending on competition. I have my Atkins poop, my Alpine big poop. It's no, it's good. I'm excited to come over and try to get some of that whatever. Yeah.
You just want a bit of Spartan fill action at the start of your race.
So your first Spartan, Leon, which one was it? Was it when you went to the US 2 years ago? Was it last year?
Yeah, I did a Spartan both this year and the year before. And before that, I ran in Barcelona. And I thought Barcelona was really beautiful, but I didn't feel competitive and I didn't have a lot of fun. And in the US, it felt fun to run with the guys, but I mean, I still had that feeling that Spartan was a little bit. I was like, it is what it is. It's not what I know. It's not. It doesn't have a lot of aspects of OCR. It's basic. I've always had that.
No hard obstacles. Let's just say it.
Spartan's almost like its own
hard
thing,
obstacles. Isn't it? And they add things in and say, oh, we added an obstacle, but they just added another exercise. Oh, we added an obstacle. You can do burpees with weights now. Woo! And that doesn't really excite me very much.
That's stadium. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, I want to do it.
Too easy.
And it's fun, and it's on a stadium, and it feels pretty pro. But
yeah,
I don't want to go out and do CrossFit and stairs. I want to do obstacle racing. I don't know.
I think Spartan's almost like its own unique sport. You've got running, OCR, CrossFit, Spartan.
I think after talking to Ian a couple of months back, I think we've got some very interesting news to come out of World OCR and Spartan for the future, and I do think
they're not out yet. I tried to talk to this man about it. Nothing's out yet.
Nothing's out yet, but I know, unfortunately, and I can't say anything for legal reasons, obviously. But yeah, it's all positive and it's all good. I think the things that are coming out of Ian's mouth and the things that are coming out of Joe's mouth still need to be spoken over and talked to. But I think going forward, I think that bridge of OCR and Spartan
Jack
racing,
needs to shut his mouth before he says too much.
No, I'm just saying, I think that bridge of OCR and Spartan will get closer, like Leon says, and I think it will get closer. And it'll feel less like them and us. Because it does feel like that, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It feels like we're Spartan racers. I mean, Nicole, let's ask Nicole. I mean, she does all three at a very high level. I mean, Nicole, do you think that Spartan racing feels like a completely different sport to when you go to the World's OCR Adventure, for instance?
Yeah. I mean, I would say especially my first 2 years of racing, I really didn't have any interest in doing Spartan races. if I could just do races that were like OCRWC, then I would have just done that. But there weren't that many available, and I also wanted to go where the competition was, which is the US, is Spartan races. So I mean, that's the only thing that like I think
Good girls. Leave the gate open.
doing more Spartan ones. If there had been more competition, like in Savage races, for instance, I would have been like, oh my gosh, yeah, like totally doing this. And I would have just been like, oh, I'm not good at heavy carries, like, so I'm just not going to do them. But I am glad that like I've worked on that, and now I can like appreciate both and both.
There's something weird about Spartan that drags you in as well, even if you aren't good at stuff. Like, I don't think I'm particularly good at the carries, just because naturally I'm always going to be a smaller person, but I still love it. It's like you always like.
I think what draws people, like most of us are pretty competitive of nature, probably in most things that we do, and Spartan offers an opportunity for people who are not necessarily competitive in road running or trail running or CrossFit or something to be competitive, because anything can happen. Like if you're running head to head against someone, they can fuck up an obstacle and get those 30 burpees, and like all of a sudden you feel competitive no matter who you are. And that feeling of being competitive and Spartan portraying a very professionally competitive environment within the elite athletes and the pros, I think that leads to a feeling for everyone to feel like they are competitive, disregarding their level of fitness. They are competitive with other people or themselves, like people right next to them, people they know. Just when they finish, they look at the screen, they're like, oh, I'm top 20 in my age group, whatever. So and that feeling of competitiveness is really valuable, because nothing beats real feelings. Like if you feel deep down that you have been competitive today and you have gone further than you've done before, or you did a good race and everything matched up really well, you're going to feel so goddamn good about yourself that it doesn't matter if you ran a race with specific obstacles, because we're all in there to get some kind of feeling inside. And if Spartan can give us that feeling, it's great. If European champs can give us that feeling, it's great. If world champs can feel, it's great. If Reborn in Denmark gives you that feeling, it's great. If you have the ability to get that in different types of races and different genres of OCR, I mean, you're the winner. Nicole is literally the winner of most things in racing, but also because she can do different sports and be competitive and feel competitive in most things. And I think that's a really valuable thing that will make you happy over long term and probably super motivated. I haven't felt competitive in Spartan, but I want to feel competitive. So I'm all about trying to transfer some of that into now the UK series, because I can fly over pretty easy, and it's a really good excuse to spend time with you guys and hang out and do stuff, which I really feel motivated by, experiencing things and hanging out with. I mean, Zoom is great, but I want to hang with you guys and eat ice cream instead of just sitting here and chucking up ice cream by myself. So I think that's really why we can sit here and most of us agree that the obstacles can be somewhat lame or never exchanged, and we want to try different things, but we still go again and again and again. Because maybe it's an emotional thing, a psychological thing that we go there for that we're not necessarily aware about, but it's there. I don't know, just a guess.
I think it's interesting you say about the community, because I've reflected on it recently, because actually I think I'm a much better pure runner than I am an OCR racer. Like I do much better just pure running than I do, I think, as a Spartan racer. But I think it's the people that are in it and how tight and friendly everyone is, and seeing the same people and the friendships that we've built, and the variety of what it demands from your body versus pure running, and the interest that it brings to my training rather than just running. So I think it's those two things rather than the competitiveness for me, because I actually think I'm better when I just run.
I do really enjoy the training for all this, but what's really interesting, the one thing I've missed the most is actually getting in that start line, getting my gear on, having that race day poo, as Leon put it, you know, like literally all that sort of build up and that buzz I've completely missed. Because actually the first few minutes of a race I hate all the jostling. I hate all that. Oh my God, I feel so unfit, until you actually like take a lead and go, okay, I'm feeling really well. Like in general, you know, it's the build up that I like the most, I think. And like you said, Natasha, the friendships, the people you
Yeah.
meet, especially if it's abroad and you've got a long journey. Do you know what I mean? Like when we did Morzine European Championships and we got in the van and we drove all the way to Morzine, for God's sake, in a van. It was just like that. You can't recreate that. That's an immense feel. You know, and for Leon doing the UK series.
Yeah,
Leon to
you'll
come-
get our craziness, Leon.
Yeah.
You never
Two
want.
questions.
Yo.
One, race day poo different than other poos?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I don't know why. The nerves.
I don't poo every morning, but I poo every morning before a race.
Or you worry if you don't.
Or you worry if you don't.
What, Leon? What Spartan races have you actually done? I don't like.
SoCal twice, Arizona, and Barcelona. That's it.
Barcelona's the only one in Europe that you've done?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, he's the best racer in the country, in Europe, other than John Albon. No offense.
It's just funny how different this, like the OCR scene is in Europe compared to America.
It's there's also a practical thing that it would cost me between $400 and $900 to fly out, do a Spartan, like, and come back. And there's a humongous risk that for that amount of running, I'd get my ass kicked quite a bit. And also European cash price is it's a little bit different. So after quitting my job and going in to OCR, it makes a lot more sense to me to fly out to a smaller national organizer who really wants me to be there. And then I race a somewhat smaller event in Spain, but I mean, fuck, it's Spain and it's fun, and I eat tapas and drink sangria and I do a race, and it's all good.
Oh yeah, I mean, I totally understand you. Like, if I was over there, I think like a lot of the races over there kind of motivate me a little bit more, but like, you know, have more challenging obstacles and.
Oh no, Nicole!
What?
I foresee you're going to move to Europe now and take over the European scene. Do it! Do it!
It would be really fun to live in Europe for a little while.
Spread that rumor and see if Ida poops herself.
Yeah, should we do it? Should we start the rumor? Nicola, yes, Nicole's moving to Europe and see what Ada does.
Oh, she's not.
Oh, she's not. No.
I can't move to Europe right now.
What?
No.
Where would you move to, Nicole? Last question before we have to sign off. If you could move to Europe, where would you move to? Someone shouted Ipswich at the back here. Ipswich!
Oh my gosh. I don't.
Somewhere. These places.
But the thing is that I'm really bad at languages, so it would be hard to live somewhere where
everywhere speaks English or American.
Yeah, but like.
Well, not Spain and Italy. They suck.
Yeah.
They'll get by.
And like when I was in Austria, like nobody spoke English.
No, Austria. They're pretty. They'll stay with that German right there.
Yeah, fair enough. Austria is probably the one country where they're a little bit stuck in their old ways. I'll give you that.
But I'd love to live in Austria. It is beautiful.
Switzerland, man. Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe that's where I should go. Yeah.
Oh, Switzerland, if you can afford it. You might have to win a few more. Might have to win a few more national series races before we can live in Switzerland, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I like that game. Where would you want to live in Europe? If I could choose one place I could live in Europe for a while I am an athlete, it would be Chamonix in France.
Yep.
For sure.
Chamonix. Yeah, my God.
I've been dreaming about that for the past week. I don't know. It's my travel ban. I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to Chamonix. Got it.
You guys want to meet one of the best trail runners in the world?
Is that Mr. Wacker?
This is Andy Wacker.
Hey guys.
Hey Andy.
Girls.
He's like a shorter course mountain runner.
So give us some figures to make us go, oh my goodness, give us some figures.
Some figures?
What makes him the best?
Well, he's got a 5K time of
13:41.
13:41.
Oh.
That's quick. Leon, not even you could keep up with that bad boy.
Nope.
17.
He's been on 17 U.S. teams.
Oh, that's incredible.
And
came second at Worlds.
And he was second at which one? Long distance?
Yeah, I'm not running champs.
He was second at the long distance mountain running championships.
Nicole, you're about to.
How long have you been running, Andy? How long have you been going at this trail running athlete life for?
I've been running.
I thought that was egg on your computer there.
Let's see, like about 20 years since I was in 7th grade. But I've been running competitively. I ran at the University of Colorado. I graduated in 2012, and I've been
Were
running.
you there on a running scholarship?
Yep. So ran cross country and track for University of Colorado, and then continued to run after that, kind of as a professional, I guess.
He runs for Nike.
That's amazing, Andy. That's one of the elements where I envy the American system the most.
Definitely.
That if you have athletic ability, it can be rewarded throughout the school system. And also generally, even if you don't have a very good athletic ability, you have a good chance to explore your athletic abilities during high school and universities with amazing facilities and coaches and people who encourage you to be active.
Can come too. I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a different system than in Denmark, where high school and university don't have any teams. It's not a thing. Like, we don't have soccer teams, football teams. We don't have anything at all.
That's European though, Leon, isn't it? That's just European.
Very
thing.
European. If you want to do running, you're at a running club and a track and field club, or we don't have cross country here. We have a cross country champ. Yeah, I don't know.
I will say this though: the one hard thing is that even though we have really good like systems through grade school and then in university, it's really hard like once you graduate. So I kind of focus on trail running, and there's like kind of no guidance, there's no clubs, there's no coaches or support really for that next level. So I totally agree with you. And I think like it's really nice to have that support system, but it is maybe difficult for Americans to go from university to the next level. Where like a club system.
I feel really, really bad for the senior year college people right now. Everything is shut down, like their last chance to perform and prove to sponsors that they can live as athletes after college. This is a really bad situation for them. And I trained in Flagstaff last year for a couple of weeks and met a few runners who, as you, continued being athletes after college. And like it was a really, really hard deal for them. Way harder than it is for us to be semi-pro obstacle racers who have like good opportunities to do things. Like, they would be impressive road runners or trail runners, and it will still be it's kind of an eternal struggle unless you are the name.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and definitely, and even harder this year, like you're saying. So it's hard. It's hard normally, and then now it's even harder now.
But make kudos on you for putting it for giving it your best, and I mean, looks like you are doing your very best. It's very great. I'm gonna head off, guys. Nice meeting you, Andy. Man. Nice meeting talking to you, all you guys. Ciao.
Yeah. I think to be fair, I think we're there. I think yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think most people are going to look at YouTube and go, what? So yeah, I might take some snippets out of there. Yeah, thank you very much for obviously Andy Wacker and Nicole, obviously, and previous guests. Guys, thank you for joining in. Yeah, same time next week. We haven't set a time yet, but we're trying to keep mixing the times up so more people can join in. And I hope you're enjoying these things as well. Do you know what I mean? I hope it's a good chance for you guys, including me, to chat to some of the pros and other pros from other sports. You know, just get your questions in, guys, for next week. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, guys.